Hey there, Jaden. Hope you and your dad are having a good trip up in the mountains. It's your video lesson for today. Four things I want to talk about. If you have any questions at the end, feel free to shoot over a message and I'll do my best to answer. Cool. First thing, your A minor pentatonic soloing ideas. I got your video. Super good, man. Your soloing is every week it's getting better and better and getting more and more creative and coherent ideas in there, so I like it. One thing you want to watch out for, first of all, I'll talk about some ideas to think about. The first thing is that don't try to always have an original idea, like the flow all the time. You want to create thematic moments. What I mean by that is you want like a riff to come back, right? So if I'm soloing and I'm always doing something new and different, first off, I have a hard time doing that. I always have reoccurring themes. So think of it as like a theme that always comes back. It's like that riff that always comes back in the song. So see if I'm, will be my theme. Something different. See, I'm always coming back to that da-da-dee-da-da-da, and then something different. Right, so always coming back to that theme. That way you have a coherent idea. It'd be kind of like going to a movie and then like in every scene they're introducing a new character all the time, and by the end it's just like you can't keep track of the storyline. There's so many characters involved. So have reoccurring characters or themes always coming back. And I write them down. So like I might write down like 4 or 5 different ideas and kind of rotate them, mix and match them, use like Lego pieces. But you always want to have that thing, because if music is always changing, the listener has nothing to grab onto, and they get tired of listening because everything is always so new. So do that, okay? And then also to give you like another tool to do is, I saw you going up the neck, and that was cool. You had some cool moments in there. To kind of refine that a little bit, what I would do is, you know how you have sequences in one box, right? You can do sequences on one string, right? To help get you up there. Right, so say if I'm down here, I'm gonna do A minor pentatonic. I move through box. So I did like a box 5 right there. So 0, box 4. Right, and you can do backwards down. Right, you can do any string you want. I just picked the first string right there, and I wrote out the first string for you, just ascending. You reverse it to go descending. So it would be. Oh, you can put time in there too. So. Right, and then you always have a target in mind. Since this is an A minor pentatonic, I want to aim for that A up there. See if the chord was changing and it went to a C for a second because it's the relative major. I might do ba da dee. Right, aim for that one. So it just kind of depends on what chord you're playing over top of. Right, cool, so practice that for me. Number 2 is let's continue to work on our bar chords, make sure they're nice and clear. This bar chord exercise, I'm gonna go to the 5th fret, make sure nice straight finger. On an acoustic guitar, you're going to be more straight. On an electric guitar, you kind of get away with a little bit of curve. Hit this bottom knuckle right here. So nice and straight here. I'm butted up against, I'm really almost on top of the fret. Right, and I'm kind of playing, favoring my thumb side of the finger. The further you get away from the body, the more you're going to play on the side of the finger, and the further you get up. It's like when you start pointing at yourself, that's when you're more flat on the pad of the finger. So on the side over here a little bit, and then what you do is you're going to have the finger straight, and your fingers are going to be up here like this. You imagine there's a spacer in between your first and second finger. Right? And what you're going to do is you're going to curl your first and second finger down, right? And then you're going to curl back up, no more than about a ½ inch off the fretboard. I'm staying really close. Right, curl down, curl back up. Don't be a hero. Only do this for maybe 15, 20 seconds, right? You don't want to stress out these little small muscles until you build up the strength. You don't get off the couch and start running a marathon, right? Same thing here. We want to make sure we strengthen up our, because I think we were playing a few weeks ago and we were playing the bar chords. If this was you, I think it was you. And your hands start getting tired like partway through the song. And that's just because you need to build the strength to play that long. So we want to make sure we strengthen these muscles. That way you have the ability to play a 4-minute long bar chord song. And they're out there. So first finger on the over top of the fret, right? You're on the side, favoring the thumb side of the finger. Curl down nice and close, and then curl up. You should be able to strum it and hear a nice clear chord. You might hear, right? Flatten that finger out. Right. And then you can also go out to the side. So horizontal motion. So here and go out to the side. Right? Like I said, only do it like 15, 20 seconds. Take a break, go do something else. Come back, try it again. Take a break, go do something else. Maybe a couple of times, maybe 3 or maybe 2 to 4 times in a practice session. And then stop. So like you should not do this more than a minute in a whole session, right? And frequent breaks. If you feel not right, you know the difference between working out pain and, oh my God, I hurt myself pain, right? If you start feeling that, oh my God, I hurt myself pain, stop. You can go a little bit with the with I'm working out kind of pain, but don't push too hard, okay? Because I don't want you to hurt your hands while you do this until we build up the strength. Next thing is, I wrote it out for you last time. Practice your thirds major scale or thirds intervals. So practice those thirds for me, and then I want you to, over a C major backing track, I want you to switch between a major scale, you can use your thirds, and then your C major pentatonic, aka A minor pentatonic. So I want you to be able to switch between those two things. I really liked in the video that you did a blues. I'd like to see you do a bit more though with major, because I want you to get used to hearing where those tendency tones are going and being able to switch between the two. So if you want to sound more pentatonic and bluesy, you can, and then if you want to sound more majory, then you just switch over to the ones of the leading tone, the tendency tones. Those in there. All right, so practice that for me. And then the last thing I want you to do is let's make some really headway with Californication in the next couple of lessons, because we should be off to bigger and better things. And so go through and get that picking section all down for me, okay? I'm gonna see how I want you to be able to play through that with the recording for next time. Other thing is we need to start looking at the solo and the chords for the solo section, because he does change keys in there. He changes what scale he's using. You can start looking at it on your own if you want to. The tabs on the Ultimate Guitar are good, so start working on that for me. All right, man. Unless you have any questions, have your mom or dad shoot those over to me, and if not, I'll see you the same time next week. Take care.